Okay, here we go.
Hello, friends and listeners. I'd like to extend my warmest greetings to each and every one of you here today and welcome you to The Deep Think. So, what are we doing? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm here to real play. You'll know another real player when you see them because they pursue knowledge like it's an extreme sport. But why? Because they know that knowledge is a currency that creates worlds. The Deep Think is structured like a game. And when we real play, we begin world making together. You ready to get heady? I got a game. Keep up if you can. First step, find the hole. Second step, we spelunk that rabbit hole a full 5 depths of knowledge. We map the locks, we smith the keys, but what we're looking for is the key box. In the key box, we find the real play. And in the real play, new worlds are born. Let's real play Tesla. Let's real play Pythagoras and Fibonacci and Euclides and Helena and Pythia. We sleep think no more. We deep think. Because there are no rules, only rules imposed upon us. As now is the time to deep think our real play.
Ouch.
Hey, for those of you real playing along at home, you can go to realplay.pro and pick today's show. This will let you experiment in real time with personal experiments related to today's topic. Today on The Deep Think, we're going to real play with color. Lens down a rabbit hole I like to call color as an operating system.
Why?
What is an operating system? Well, an operating system is just a specialized algorithm that achieves a deterministic nature of behavior. So, if we're thinking of color as an operating system, you can think of color as a distributed or embedded operating system executing a real-time application. So, what would that application be? And what is color really achieving? I propose it's communicating. Let's examine this by looking at how color correlates with other kinds of information. Now, as you probably already know, there are numerous arrangements of colors to correlate with different things, like musical notes and geometry and planets and minerals and molecules and even days of the week. But one of the most satisfactory systems that we can look to is based on the natural law of octave. Now, the reason we look to the octave is because the eyes and ears are essentially perceiving the same thing, a fluctuation in air, just with 2 different mechanisms. Now, let's look at that law of octaves. The ear can hear and register 9 to 11 octaves, but the eyes can only see most of 1 octave, being 1 color short of a full octave. So, if we correspond the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do to colors, what we get is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Now, this correspondence is further strengthened because the first, third, and fifth of the notes make a chord, while the first, third, and fifth of the colors are the primary colors, being red, yellow, and blue. Now, let's take it a step further. Let's use the same method of correspondence and use it with color and the human body. Now, scientists have shown that cells retain certain vibratory affinities. These vibrations have been documented as color with the Kirlian camera. Physicists have also discovered the vibratory frequencies of elementary particles and molecules and the organs of our body. So this shows that these structures, these physical biological structures, have musical, note, and color patterns. Now, researchers have further found that healthy cells respond in shape and color to musical tones based on the pitch and the timbre of the sound. This is why you have heard many times that color and sound can be used for healing, essentially because the human body is vibrating in music and color all the time. But this also affects the brain function, because the brain vibrates at certain frequencies with certain mental states. We have 4 main mental states: alpha, beta, theta, and delta, and each of these are nothing more than frequencies. On a side note, the left brain and the right brain tend to vibrate at different frequencies, and scientists have found that when the two sides are resonating or trained to the same frequency at about 8 cycles per second, the brain functionality actually dramatically increases. Now, the same can be said for all the organs in your body. When they attune to their natural frequency and resonate and harmonize with the rest of the body, it becomes as the music of the spheres, a symphonic harmony. At this point, I'd like to point out that these ideas are not new. These systems have actually been talked about by our ancients, since before Hermes Trismegistus, since before time was time. Our contemporary thinkers from our mystical colleges would suggest this information has been occulted or hidden. And while some believe that the knowledge is being used as a control system, others believe that it was just a knowledge of the ancients lost in time. Regardless, let us turn our attention toward creating knowledge. Now, let's get to the deep think. Think about the frequencies you surround yourself with. What are your vibratory affinities? And what does it indicate to you? Is it communicating for or communicating with other levels of intelligences? Is it showing you what you're missing, what you desire, what you're heavy on, what you're light on? What are your vibratory affinities? And what is it communicating to you? Real play, that deep think. For a more personal and in-depth real play on this, we've designed a few little key box experiments for you. Some of you have been following along in real time with this Deep Think episode, but if not, you can visit our website at realplay.pro. That's realplay.pro, as in prolific. We're always looking for good new key box experiments for others to real play, so if you have any, please let us know. In the meantime, use this universal operating system to optimize your program and put this knowledge into action and become part of the universal conversation. And that's it for us this time. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to spelunking with you again on the next Deep Think.